fastest race in the world. Sunday at 12:30 Eastern, Saturday 3 o'clock Eastern, Sunday May 21st 4 o'clock Eastern time. So every single weekend on ESPN you can watch the time trials go about 225 miles an hour.
Would you like to do that?
Year.
Would you like to get in the car?
No.
Really?
Would.
What's the fastest you've ever been in a car?
56.
56, that's rough.
And I got a warning for it. And I'm a good liar. Bad liar. Here's Hamill. Going for the home run. Catch is made. Touchdown, Gary Mullen.
Oh, what a play. Great recovery. Great recovery in the secondary. Would have been with flags all over the place. They were holding that pump. When are they going to catch on to that pump and go?
Against the defense. So Gary
flag.
Mullen, one of the great receivers in Arena Football League history.
Well, see, they've got him on the pump again. Fourth pump today. The inside receiver's caught. This is a nice recovery, but you got to turn to the football. Now, he feels like he broke that up. And then what Whalen does, he comes out, he's upset, throws his helmet. He gets up he gets an 8-yard penalty.
He's got a great smile, too.
Yeah, he does, but he just cost his club because he got an 8-yard penalty coming at him for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, Gary's been in the league every single year. Last year he was inactive with Tampa Bay, had a very unhappy experience there. But one of the Arena Football League's all-time leading receivers. 3 times he's been an all-star in this league. And one of 4 players in Arena history with over 2,500 receiving yards.
The only player to play it every season. I mean, the guy's a stud.
Yeah. Number 32 of the defense. The penalty will be enforced after the kickoff.
It's against the defense.
Yeah, well, yeah, he tossed his hat. I mean, we've had 2 knucklehead plays now, back to back.
Stucker puts it through perfectly, and the Mustangs are back in front. One play, a bomb to Gary Mullen. And Milwaukee is in command with 2:15 remaining in this 3rd quarter.
One of the big events of the extreme games is going to be sky surfing. Skydive is going to spin, twirl, flip, all in front of a camera person who jumps with them. And naturally, 2 people falling from 14,000 feet pose some risks. But I found that if you move in an irregular fashion, you drastically reduce the chance that you'll be hit by a stray surfboard.
How long do we have to do this?
For 5 days tops.
Michael Trigg is going after his very first win here in Milwaukee for the 2nd year for this Arena Football League franchise. Last year's team went 0-12. He came from Fort Worth, where he led the Cavalry to a 5-7 record and into the playoffs. Well, his offense has been unstoppable tonight, and he's received some great offensive performances from guys like Mullen and from Terry Simeon.
How about Milwaukee going after their franchise first victory?
Leonard Conley spinning to the 17-yard line where he's cut down there.
He's an excellent return man. Conley does what you want. Get the football and explode. Look for daylight and go, man, go.
Does he remind you a little bit of Hunky Cooper?
Yes, yes, he does. Hunky Cooper, brilliant return man, offensive specialist with the Arizona Rattlers, who's been a real staple in this league.
Kurt Werner had a sensational first half, completing 14 of 17 passes for 2 touchdowns.
That's some great specialists in this league, though. Think about Pratt, Eddie Brown, Barry Wagner. I mean, it just goes Thurman. It goes on and on.
What separates Barry Wagner, though, from the rest of those specialists, he also plays defensive back and might be one of the best in the league in that department. He's an Iron Man. Conley with the catch, and Conley is out of bounds up near the 17-yard line as Elliott Searcy made the tackle from his Jill linebacker position.
Let's go in the huddle now and find out what Kurt Warner has on his mind. It looks like Coach Gregory and Warner now getting back to basics.
Conley, he wants you to run. He wants you to run. You go trips left, 44 counter.
On one, ready?
We're going to get the ball in the hands of 85.
They tried the inside handoff, and
Well, they went
after
to
a
Conley.
very
They were trying to get
smooth
28.
first 30 minutes, we've seen more penalty flags in the second half. We've seen more mistakes in the second half.
Dead ball. False start.
And
Well,
you,
fatigue.
74 offense.
I was just going to think
3
that.
yards.
Yeah.
Repeat the down. Second down.
Yeah, it happens, man. You start to get winded. Don't forget, it's really kicking the season off for them. You can watch guys hold it, with their hands on their waist. I made the point earlier about Jay Cox. He looked a little winded.
14 penalties so far. And Michael Trigg was saying that's why we try and keep it simple, because a guy might be going all out on defense and maybe want to get a break as a wide receiver and doesn't want to go with something so fancy where he's got to fill his mind with all these wild plays. Warner throwing underneath. Conley simply couldn't hold on to it. He had it with his left arm and couldn't bring it into the breadbasket.
Kurt did a great job. His voice inflection, given that that hard hut has really worked out. He's forced them offsides now twice, and I think you continue to see that. As you get tired, you start leaning on those fingers as defensive linemen, and you're apt to just fall over like a big piece of lumber.
Rick, in the first half, he goes 14 for 17. Milwaukee perhaps changing the defense a little bit. He's only 3 of 9 in the second half, and just 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, down by 10.
Go! Set!
Catch made, first down at the 21-yard line. Seems like when he needs a play, has to have it. He's gone to Conley.
Yeah, he's gone to number 28 a lot. Conley's really stepping it up.
Iowa in their first year in the Arena Football League, down by 10. Milwaukee's going for the first ever win in the team's history. Steve Fiziak along with the good doctor Rick Walker at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where the Mustangs have a 10-point lead, and Michael Trigg obviously doing something defensively to change his team's fortunes. And right now, John Gregory is just trying to keep up. I mean, match score for score, because right now his team has not done a good job of stopping Milwaukee's offense.
Tell you what he did. He got in their rear ends and challenged their manhood.
A fumble on the play, but it will be recovered by Iowa. And it is near a first down where Adrian Lunsford was able to come up with a loose football.
Boy, that's heads-up ball. That is keeping your eye on the action. Moran with a nice reception and run. Take another look. They got a combination route. There he goes back to the hot receiver. Good Rydell helmet hit by Compton. He puts that Rydell helmet right on the ball. It pops out. It's heads-up play by Lunsford.
And it will be a first down at the 19-yard line with 14.5 minutes left in this ball game. It's Milwaukee 48, Iowa 38. Milwaukee was close many times last year, but they lost 5 games by a touchdown or less.
Who will forget that game up in
Massachusetts?
Oh, boy. That was hot.
Let's take a look at the Arena Football League and the way it is developed. There are 13 teams this year. In the Western Division in the American Conference, Arizona Rattlers, Las Vegas Sting, and San Jose SaberCats, with Arizona picked to win that. They are the defending champs. Central, Iowa, Memphis, Milwaukee, and St. Louis. It's all expansion, with the exception of Milwaukee. National Conference in the East, Albany, Charlotte, Connecticut. Albany, one of the most potent offenses you will ever see. And in the South, it's Miami, Orlando, and Tampa Bay. What a Southern division. First and 10 from the 19. Warner. Ooh, he had Jay Cox open. Could not find him.
Well, he showed us some gun on that one. That was some arm action.
Here's a guy who only started his final year of college football because they had a great quarterback playing in front of him. But he said his parents, Sue and Gene, and his quarterback's coach, Mike Smith, really helped him out in the patience department because he felt he should be playing.
Well, he's got the skills. And the number one thing about it is that Coach Gregory believes in him. And they've got a young man in Ron Lopez who backs him up. They are really high on.
Go! Set!
Warner sacked. Milwaukee's defense completely different than the one we saw in the first half. And they have put 2 huge stops to this Iowa offense in the second half, and of course had the one critical interception by Kenny Harper.
Well, a lot of times we refer to this rather as a coverage sack. And don't take anything away from Ralph Jarvis. That young man gave great upfield pressure, but he held on to the ball too long. Kurt Warner will recognize. Take another look. Straight ahead. You be the quarterback, folks. Here you are. You're under center. You drop back. Now, he's got to have an internal clock going off. You got to get rid of that ball. You got to sense that pressure and get rid of it.
Is Jarvis offsides?
Yes, he is.
This might be a free play. Murray is open. Incomplete.
They had a shot on that one.
That second time he has been long when a receiver has been open. Jay Cox on first down, and now Murray on third down.
He's strong with the football. He's under some pressure. Now he's got to settle down. I love this angle, man. You get a chance to step on the gridiron. There he lets it go. Thing about it is Murray kind of quit on it. Now you see that close quarters, man. Is that close or what?
I would have quit about 11 yards sooner.
I'd have quit at the tryout. What are you talking about? Look at this place, man. This is reckless.
It's incredible.
That's a good one. That was a good one. Did you come up with that, or did Kimberly come up with that?
I think it was Shoes. Warner scrambling, looking wide open is Jay Cox.
Boy, Michael James got caught. Got caught looking in. What in the world is on his mind? Boy, that's a gutsy play. You give Kurt Warner a lot of credit on that. He stood in under tremendous pressure. Well, this guy's feisty. Going back, he's been hit a lot. This time, pretty decent protection. He steps up, and then you get the strong backer. Reggie Ingram comes in, and that's a gimme.
That's a heck of a throw when you're being pushed and you're ready to take a dive because the defensive lineman is throwing you down, but he sidearmed that one right into the hip pocket. Willis Jaycox, and now Black with the point after touchdown, and look at this, it's still a three-point game. 48-45 on the touchdown pass from Kurt Warner to Willis Jaycox. Quite a game for our kickoff on the Arena Football League. The first of 21 you'll watch on ESPN and the Deuce this year.
Wow. Talking about a warm-up. I mean, you've been throwing into fire, man.
Now it's Milwaukee's turn, and their offense has not been stopped tonight. Black, boy, this is a good kick. Taken beautifully by Simeon. Simeon lunging forward to the 11-yard line. Well, here's a football team, Milwaukee. They went 0-12 last year, but their coach, Michael Trick, said we honestly have a legitimate chance of going from worst to first. That's how much they've improved. And he said that's the beauty of the sport. It's not like Jacksonville or Charlotte in the National Football League. Next week's game, we'll have a chance at the Mustangs again against Memphis. He said because of one or two players who have great gifts, you can go from last to best.
You can. Next week's game, by the way, will be on tape delay.
Hamill to his man Compton, and a gain of 5 on the play. Gary Compton has been rather quiet in the second half after a brilliant first half where he had 3 catches and a touchdown.
The thing about Milwaukee that is scary is that when you got a guy like Gary Compton, then Gary Mullen, and Kerry Simeon, Kenny Harper, they have a lot of offensive power. And you got a quarterback like Todd Hamill, sooner or later, man, they got a chance to really have an offensive impact.
Sounds like the Arizona Rattlers offense we saw last year. So many weapons, and that ball just thrown away by Todd Hamill.
Well, it comes down to in arena football, if you can play man up defensively and you got good corners that can play that man-to-man defense, you can be dominant. But if you add an additional receiver, usually guys only have one guy at best who's a great cover guy. But if you put 3 good receivers out, what do? You know, and this is not like the outside game when you can bracket fields and, you know, keep a fielder man free. You can't do that in this game. So you are exposed, and that's why the scores are high. Why it's good offensive action.
Orlando may have been the very best team in the league last year. They had the 2 great big defensive backs in Barry Wagner and Billy Owens, and then Owens went out and did not play in the championship game. He was suspended, and Wagner had the muscle pull, and Arizona, heavy underdog in the game.
Shanks Nader, he comes up big, and they had Hunky Cooper. They had, they had great
and really the game, I thought, of the entire season for their quarterback Cedric Bonner.
Bonner, did he step up? I mean, that was such a thrill to watch Danny White, an all-pro in the NFL, a great quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, try to translate his expertise to young Cedric Bonner on the field.
And he gave him freedom. Remember that conversation towards the end of the game? He goes, you know, I think we should go trips left with a loop right. And Cedric goes, no, I think we should do them trips right. And he goes, if you think feel comfortable with that, go ahead with it. Hamill's going deep for Compton. It is incomplete, and a flag is thrown, and it will go against the defense.
Oh, boy. Adrian Lunsford, I think, got caught on that one. Let's take another look. Todd Hamill, boy, going for it. Coach Trigg recognizes that this is the one now. This is a dagger in the heart if they can just get a score. Problem is, I don't think Compton had a shot at the football.
Adrian Lunsford, and that was the man they wanted to attack as often as possible in this game because they had so much respect for Waylon Harding and Reggie Sutton. Hamill, Compton, touchdown!
Guess who? On the guy you just exposed. And it's not that Lunsford can't cover, because he can. But Sutton, you know, and Harding, you don't want to go at this time. Boy, that's a clear throbbing on that. Look at that offensive line, folks. That is picture-perfect pass pro.
And Todd Hamill has now thrown for 5 touchdown passes in this game. They wanted to get Hamill because of experience and his leadership. Kick is up, and it's no good. Stucker has just missed his first of the game, and that makes it a 9-point game. That means if you score the touchdown for Iowa, a field goal could win it for the Barnstormers. But their defense has not stopped. 5. The lead is 9 for the Mustangs. Once again, every time Iowa comes back, their defense cannot shut down the Mustangs offense. They'll have another try as you see Gary Compton accepting congratulations after scoring his second touchdown, number 2.
Hey, Coach Trigg is smiling. That's unusual. See a head coach in this league smiling before the end of the game.
Well, he's an offensive mind, so he likes a lot of points. Here comes Jaycox.
Ooh.
Jim Foster is the inventor of this game of football, and he's also the owner for the Iowa Barnstormers. And Jim, you know, congratulations, your team really looking good. I know your offense in particular.
Well, you know, we're a first-year ball club. We've got a lot of young athletes. We went for young guys instead of some of the older ones. It's going to take a little longer. We run a fairly complex offense, as you can see, but it's starting to pay off for us.
Well, Jim, we want you to stay with us, but let's run the play. Warner dumps it off, holding it, Ryan Murray. And Murray slammed down about the 13-yard line. He got slugged pretty hard. Jim Foster, the inventor of the game, and Jim, I understand you were at Madison Square Garden watching Major Indoor Soccer League when you came up with an idea. Tell me the story.
Yeah, I was promotion manager of the NFL, and I'd gone down to see my first indoor soccer game, and it occurred to me if you could play soccer indoors, why not football? I pulled a 9x12 in an envelope out of my briefcase, drew the outline of a hockey rink, started making notes, and a lot of what was designed that night is what you see here tonight: the nets, the walls, the single platoon concept. It's amazing as I look at it sometimes to believe it's come this far.
And this is a dream come true for you. You went to nearby University of Iowa, so you wanted to bring a football team and own one in the city of Des Moines.
Yeah, I always thought about bringing it to Iowa because Iowa has no professional sports.
Well, Jim, thank you very much, and congratulations on a terrific football team.
Thanks so much.
Catch made by Iowa, and they have the football up past the 17-yard line. Jim Foster, founder and inventor of arena football, 1981. That's when he came up with the idea. Adrian Lunsford.
What I like to think about Lunsford, here's a guy that got beat pretty bad defensively. He gets to come right over on the offensive side and get payback. You know, and that's what makes arena football so unique.
Go!
Warner has Lansford wide open, and Adrian's inside the 10-yard line. Adrian Lunsford makes the catch and then almost ran right into his own player.
Yeah, but he's making plays. And when you get beat on defense, you want nothing more than to be able to come back. Boy, this Kurt Warner really impresses me now. He stands in the pocket. He takes a lick it. Good catch with the hands. And now he's trying to get creative. You got to give Wilcox some credit. Jay Cox comes over, tries to get a block, tries to chip on his friend.
So Iowa, with 7.5 minutes to play, down by 9 to the Milwaukee Mustangs. Jay Cox left. Murray will yo-yo right. Oh, what a great defensive play.
Oh, you're talking about eyes in the back of his Rydell. I don't know how he had a chance to see that. Gary Vincent. This guy can run. He's a quick player. They love him defensively. He's a defensive specialist. This time he really comes up with a terrific play. Warner popping it now. He's sitting back and launching it. Watch the lunge and the reach. That's a good play.
And it will make it 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line. Gary Vincent out of Texas A&M. Warner's got room. He throws. Touchdown, Jay Cox, his 4th of the night.
I was just about to say, run, Kurt, run. And when he stood in there, Kurt doesn't run with it, man. He hangs in there, and he gets it done. Now, we're just breaking record after record. Most points ever scored at 54 points for the Mustangs, and now Iowa comes right back. Good sling, that sidearm sling makes it happen. Jay Cox works his way open for the score.
As Jim Foster began to smile a little more as his kicker, Mike Black, has a chance to cut the margin to 2. And he does it. Well, the fans who have come tonight have not been disappointed. What a show as Warner hits wide receiver Willis Jay Cox for his 3rd receiving touchdown. He had another rushing.
From here, Canada, the home of ice. Molson Ice. Ice brewed to be colder and bolder. Yet smooth as ice. Molson Ice. From the land where ice was born.
Do not become a cynic. That's a sure sign of physical and spiritual atrophy. For those of you who would seek adventure, take heart. There are yet places that speak to our souls. And to the dim-eyed know-it-alls, they will say this: I have a surprise for you.
Look at that Mustang fan. He's got the helmet on. He's got the beard. He hasn't shaved in a couple of weeks.
That guy just loves football. I bet he's got a Packer hat just like that, you know, or cheesehead, you know what I mean? He just loves football.
Well, Mike Black has pulled Iowa to within 2 points, 54-52. What a beginning of the Arena Football League on ESPN2 as that kick sails under the uprights, which means it'll be 1st and 10 for Milwaukee from the 5-yard line. Takes him 4 plays to go 52 yards, almost 3 minutes, and Jay Cox with his 3rd receiving touchdown.
What it doesn't tell you is that great offensive line. That pass protection was good. I mean, very, very good. And I think we have to give some credit to Art Hagee. Art's really done a good job with that offensive and defensive line for Iowa.
1-2, ready? Yeah. Go!
He's going to Simeon. Harding is there.
Oh, that's nice. That's the way you lay out. Sometimes you think interception. You ever see guys go after a ball like this and not get up to it and blow it? Boy, Milwaukee going for the gusto. Crossing route, great extension. That's good secondary play.
Well, that's the one thing they said they would do. They would have Waylon Harding on either Gary Compton or Terry Simeon. 2nd down and 10. Compton is the man in motion. Hamill dumps it off to Simeon, and he makes the catch out past the 10-yard line, but they'll still need another 4 yards for a first down on 3rd down.
Now, if you're Iowa, you need a big defensive play. I don't think we've mentioned Tony Ketchin's name in a long time. Time for one of those defensive linemen to come through and make a play.
Wing motion back 90. 1-2, ready?
They're going to shorten things up now. 3-step drop and see if they can go to Mr. Possession.
And the defensive backs cover a little closer. Hamill to Compton. He makes the catch. There's a first down, but a flag is thrown.
I think somebody got some cloth on John Roque, 66 for Iowa.
Holding, 66 offense. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat 3rd down.
66 on 66. Van Gober, he's grabbing. Roque's coming through. You watch that to lunch. Good spin move. And you know he didn't have to, because I don't think John would have been in a position to get there. I just mentioned that offense, Iowa defense, you start to press it, man. If you're going to win, final 5 minutes in arena football, you have to be the aggressor.
And here is a critical 3rd down. They need 8 yards to go. Hamill with time, going deep. Compton is there. Broken up beautifully by Iowa's Leonard Conley. That is twice in this drive. The first by Waylon Harding, and now by Leonard Conley. And a 4th down and a field goal. They finally have a stop.
You called it. Now we're starting to get the great individual matchups where you got Compton going against Conley. Great move. He comes out of the break. The ball is late, and it allows him to recover, and he comes up and makes a fine play and doesn't initiate contact to pick up the flag.
So this field goal will come from 58 yards out. Kenny Stucker. Low snap. Kick is up. He hammers it well, but it's off the nets. Taken by Conley. Leonard's by the 10. Leonard's by the 15.
Move.
To the 18-yard line with 2:55 to play, and then a late flag comes out.
Boy, if this is against Iowa, that is going to be really, really a knucklehead move.
You know, so many coaches talk about scoring too quickly. Personal foul against Milwaukee.
Well, pass the knucklehead trophy to them.
Isn't it interesting, though? A lot of coaches talk about scoring too quickly in this league.
Yeah, you do, but I think if, you know, in your first game, you're Iowa,
Personal
man.
foul, 48. Defense, 8 yards from the end of the run. First down.
That's home.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right, Steve. It's just emotions and fatigue.
We'll talk about that, Rick. You know, we were talking about scoring too quickly, and you said for Iowa what?
Well, I think for Iowa, you out in your first game, you want to get the points. Put it on your defense. They're coming off 2 pretty good drives.
Well, the penalty gives Iowa the football at the 24-yard line. Leonard Conley, 20 to the 19-yard line. Here's a guy who knows how to carry the football. He was a great running back at the University of Miami. He was the leading rusher in the 1991 Sugar Bowl against who? Is that Nebraska? That 31-30 win?
Yes, that was a big
Oh, man, what a great game that was. And Conley was excellent in that contest in the Orange Bowl. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
Coach Osborne still went for the win.
Great coach.
I respect that.
Good to see him win the national championship this year. A fake to Conley. Warner has plenty of time now. He'll run, and he is up near a first down. Let's see where they mark it. He needed to get to the 14, and I think they're going to mark him shy at the 15-yard line. But this is a good call for John Gregory, because you need one. You've been running the ball successfully, and yet you can still throw. See what the call is from John Gregory to his quarterback, Kurt Warner.
That's why I ran out of bounds. I didn't want to take a cheap shot.
Stay in bounds, so keep the clock running.
It doesn't stop.
Give it.
It doesn't stop until last minute, right?
No, it keeps running. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you're going to give it.
The first one I said I was going to give it. That one I didn't.
All right, let's go. 32 dives. Hey,
Give it to him?
and give it to him. Let's get the first down here.
Here, here.
The clock runs all the way until 1 minute.
Final minute, yeah.
The 1 minute, it goes to traditional rules. Stopping on incompletions,
Hey, coach.
penalties, and like.
Hey, well, Coach Gregory can learn some things in his first game on the
Trips
road.
right, 32.
Down by 2. That's okay.
Here we go. Come on, fellas. Get up and get set. Let's get it right fucking now. Trips right. 32 dive. On go. On go. Ready? Trips right. Trips right. Trips right.
They're not going to mess around. They're going to pile drive this one. Look for 44 White.
Andy Chilcott. Chilcott. Call, carry, first down to the 12-yard line. And the clock will wind down to the 1 minute mark. What a game we've seen tonight. Milwaukee 54, Iowa 52. 1 minute to go. And the expansion team in their first game in the history of the franchise, so many memories will come away from this one.
If you can turn upfield, you keep
Just
the
get any
football.
positive yardage, right?
Yeah, but if you have to, throw it.
Throw
Okay?
it away? Yeah, okay. Okay. What do you want, 48 out of
Try
there?
to get a touchdown. I'd like to get a
48,
touchdown.
okay. 48 out there? Or what?
Great stuff.
Oh, it is. It's classic.
It's fun to listen into the coach communicating with the quarterback. And Warner,
two
his
rookies.
first game, he's
Yeah,
22
two
years
rookies,
old.
yeah.
He really looks confident,
Yes,
sounds
he does.
confident.
He's got savvy. He's just got what it takes.
59 search. On set. On set. Ready?
He's got Tony Young to the left, Leonard Conley in the slot, and Willis Jaycox. Watch him on the right side.
Watch his option on this 50 series.
.25-second clock is at 0.
Delay a game. 13 offense. 3-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Apparently, even though they had the 3-yard penalty, John Gregory said, same play.
These things won't happen to them 2 weeks from now. They're just growing pains.
You know, this is not a game where you can play for a field goal. When it's Warner eludes Jarvis downfield. Jaycox at the goal line. They will stop him at the 1-foot line with 51 seconds left in the game.
Now, if you can take a couple of plays to score on this, you really help yourself. You think Chris Blotchy's thinking right now, general manager of the Mustangs.
Willis
he guaranteed victory. Willis is cramped up. But this is a gutsy effort. Nice out of the break. See, there's contact. They're lucky. That could have been called.
Well, we were told that Willis Jaycox would be one of the next great offensive specialists in the Arena Football League, and we have not been disappointed tonight. He has 3 receiving touchdowns. He has also run for 1 more, so 4 in his Arena Football League debut. And Milwaukee has a 2-point lead, but Iowa's 3. Milwaukee has a 2-point lead. Willis Jaycox with 4 touchdowns. His coach John Gregory had him at Saskatchewan, and he said, hey, by himself, he's worth the price of admission. He has been tonight. 3 receiving touchdowns, 1 rushing. And here we go. They give it to Chilcott. He's in. Touchdown. Andy Chilcott with the touchdown, and Iowa has claimed the lead with 40 seconds left. But Rick is at too much
First thing
time.
they can do now, Steve Physiok, is celebrate. In Arena Football, you don't celebrate until you're on your way to the locker room. That offensive line has been masterful. They've come through. They bent in the 3rd quarter. They did not have a good quarter pass blocking, but they were able to regain their confidence. And this kid here, quarterback, he's something special.
Well, they're going for the 2 points because right now 4 means nothing.
Quick pitch right. On go. On go. Ready?
So they're going for the 2 to make it a 6-point lead. That way, only a touchdown and an extra point, which is no gimme in this game, can beat you.
Go.
Going to Conley.
Pitching it right to Conley. Dives. He's in.
What an effort.
Can you believe this? Milwaukee guaranteed victory. And now they trail 60-54.
Well, Milwaukee didn't, but their general manager did. And that's what happens when guys make predictions who don't play.
That's great second effort.
Oh, it really is. You know, this young man to have played on the level he played as a Miami Hurricane. I mean, you know, you don't get there by default. You're playing with the best athletes in the country, and he's just shown overall. Last year with Miami, with the Hooters, he's always been special.
Well, you said something that was very important. Iowa, don't celebrate.
Oh, no,
too soon.
don't celebrate. It's not over.
40
Far
seconds
from over.
is a long time in this league.
Yeah. Far from over.
John Gregory, 12 years, a master in the Canadian Football League, coming into this game and really executing a beautiful offense. Their defense struggled early, but had a huge stop here in the fourth quarter, and now they have a 6-point lead at 60-54. Gary Simeon will return the kickoff of Mike Black. High and deep and into the nets. Simeon has it. Gary Simeon, he's going to go.
No flags. Don't you love it? Don't you love arena football, man? This is what we tried to convey, folks. If this is your first time watching this game, please buckle up. It's never over until they're walking in the locker room in
We
arena
are
football.
tied at 60.
He got it off the net. I was just about to say great kick, but where are the Barnstormers? Man, you got to get somebody there to make a hat placement. If it comes down to your kicker, you are doomed.
Now we can say, Milwaukee, don't celebrate too soon.
You're right. Good point.
Now he needs his extra point. Kenny Stucker last year had a chance to give Milwaukee their first win ever. A 16-yard field goal is all he needed as Simeon has just scored the touchdown. But he missed a 16-yard field goal as time expired, and Milwaukee lost the game and finished 0-12.
Following that great effort against Mass. I mean, they had a lot going on for them.
33.2.
They had 25.6 seconds on the clock, and now they have readjusted it to 30.22.
Well, he can't be on the kickoff. He can only come in on the designated long snap on kickoffs. No, he can only come in on a PAT or field goal.
So we got a substitution infraction?
We got a substitution infraction.
Which will be a tack on the...
99 did go in on that play.
120 points scored so far.
He's not supposed to.
An expansion club and the team that was 0-12 a year ago.
We have seen 17 touchdowns scored. Did you score 17 touchdowns in your career?
No. I'm just saying, this is unbelievable. Yeah, if you can buy college and high school. Oh, man. This is... What a thrill. Yeah, we got a substitution violation.
We may have a substitution violation against Iowa. Is it Iowa? We've got to wait for R.G. Detillier to let us know, and he's very good explaining.
R.G., he's done a great job. He's had his work cut out as well.
He's one of this league's great officials.
We have an illegal substitution. Number 99 came in on the kickoff. He's ineligible. It'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty, and we'll play the PAT. 99 is finished for the night.
That is Larry Blue for Iowa. And he came on when he should not, so his evening is complete. But they'll still go for the one. They need this point to give them the lead.
This year, they also added a special substitution official in arena football just to eyeball things like this.
He's got it. Milwaukee has a 61-60 lead.
Oh, Stucker, he got the gorilla off his back. Boy, you watch a great return here. This is big-time football, folks.
Talk some baseball right here on Talk 2. Pick up the phone, give us a call right now. First stop, Indiana. Bob, you're on Talk 2.
Romy, you're God here in Indiana.
Thanks, Bobby. Let's keep moving. California.
No, Romy.
What's up, Nick? You're a brick.
Man, you got shoelaces in your mouth.
Couldn't miss that on Talk 2. What was that?
Jim Rome on Talk 2. Live weeknights on ESPN2.
Willis Jaycox. Willis Jaycox is going to be stopped at the 15-yard line.
Oh, Stucker, what a defensive play. Wilcox got to be tired. Here, he's also hurt. He's cramping up. No way the kicker stops a guy with his skills if he's 100%.
Well, he wants to stay out there.
That was a play and a half, Steve.
A field goal, they need 3 for the win. But a field goal is no gimme in this